All right, testing 1 2 guys. Let me know in chat if you can hear me or not. I should be live, um, but I'm not entirely sure. Well, I know I'm live. I can see the live stream. I just can't hear myself. So let me know. Let me know what you guys can hear if you can hear anything. We do have a tornado warning here. It was issued by the Jackson National Weather Service in Mississippi. The tornado warning is for northern Leake County in central Mississippi and southeastern Holmes County in central Mississippi, as well as northeastern Madison County and Atla County. All right, good. I've got confirmation that you guys can hear me now. Until 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, there was at 3:55 Central Standard Time, there was a thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado that was located over Vaughn or 15 miles north of Canton, moving east at 50 miles per hour. Give me just a moment, guys. I'm going to actually cut off my WSV3 really quickly so that I can change my system time to Central Standard Time. So give me just one moment here. Come on. Let's see here. Adjust date and time. Yes. All right, we'll call ourselves. We'll say we're in Central Time. There we are. Okay. How's it going, Pyro Al? All right, now my times should be in Central Standard. Come on, please. Let's see here. Give me a second so I can pull up my system times really quickly. This is my first time using Streamlabs OBS. I usually use normal OBS, so we're it's a process. I'm figuring it out over here. Program settings. Come on. Oh, timestamps. There we go. Are we in CST? We are in CST. All right. This is good. All right. So we will quickly take a look here at storm relative velocity. So we do have this area of rotation in here. This is, we see this little couplet right here. We've got the wind this is storm relative. I'm going to move to base velocity here. Here we are. So this is the radar sites to the south, which means that the air right here is moving toward the radar site while the air up here to the north is moving away from it. So there is some convergence in here. So the green is going to be moving in this kind of a direction to the south-south, what is this, south-southwest, while this red, I'm colorblind over here, the colors kind of get to me. The red over here is moving to the north-northeast, and where these are mixing in here is where we have that chance for a tornado. We're going to take a look at the correlation coefficient over here. This is the debris indicator, as I'm calling it, but for all intents and purposes, this is just correlation coefficient. We don't see any dropout right now. If there was going to be a dropout, I would expect that to be right about here. So I'm going to leave my finger there and then take a look at the correlation coefficient again. Yeah, there's no dropout right there. So that's a good thing. That means that there's likely not going to be a tornado on the ground, or if there is one, it's not picking up anything. Let me turn the cities on really quickly so that you guys can see that, because that is going to be a lot easier to tell where we are if cities are on the map. There we go. So, wait a minute. Where did it's hiding back there. There it is. And I'm also going to have the watch and warning information over here as well. So as we can see here, taking a look at this tornado warning, this was issued at 3:55 Central Standard Time, and it expires at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. So this tornado warning is over an hour and 5 minutes long. Apparently, it did produce a tornado at one point. However, I don't believe it's observed anymore. Yeah, this tornado, it appears as though it has a history of dropping tornadoes. But well, really quickly here, I'm gonna take a look at where is it? Would it be under National Weather Service? Yes, local storm reports. Okay, so yeah, this did have a there was a tornado. It did drop a tornado back here. So this line does have a history of producing tornadoes. Um, I'm going to filter this out for, I don't want hail. I just want to see tornadoes. I'm going to filter out everything that's not that. So wind gusts and wind damage are going to go away. Marine stuff. It's going to go away. Blizzard's going to go away. Snow going away. Speaking of snow, it is whiteout conditions out here right now. I can't see to the stop sign just outside my dorm room. So right now, all we're going to see is tornadoes and funnel clouds. We're not going to look for anything else at the moment. I am going to come back to Nexrad Pro and... Oh, please don't be a jerk like this. Here we go. I'm going to turn on live scan. That way we can stay up to date. Lost all my data, but the data will be coming back in here in just a second now. I'm getting everything set up. I just got back from class, so... come on. We are at the right site, aren't we? Let's show sites really quickly. Yeah. We're going to, very quickly, I'm going to switch to KGWX over here. Then I'll switch back to, okay, there we go. We're getting something up there. So now I'm going to come back down here to the Jackson radar. And we're still not getting anything. Not sure why I can't get data out of that Jackson radar. That's kind of weird. And very frustrating if I do say so myself. Come on. There we go. Okay, so this is a little further away than I want it to be, so I will come back over here to KDGX to see if I can actually get anything this time. Here we go. Okay, we got a scan coming in at the moment, so we should be updating. There we are. Okay. I do want to animate this too and see what was going on. Okay, so it's not just me. That's a rather unfortunate day for that radar site to be screwy. So this was back when it produced. We're headed back all the way to when it actually dropped the tornado. So if you live in the path of this storm, the path is going to be... I turned off paths earlier, didn't I? I believe I did. So go back to basic layers, warning... Show tracking objects. There we go. Okay, so we can see the actual path of this this warned storm here. Currently, it looks like if you live in Louisville, I don't know if you pronounce it the same way Kentucky pronounces Louisville, but if you live in Kosciuszko, Ethel, or Louisville, you need to be in your shelter. If you live in between any of those towns, you also need to be in your shelter. Because this storm has a history of producing tornadoes. If we look at base velocity, it still has a strong couplet here. Unless it's the couplet on the inside that they're talking about, which that's also possible. This might actually be the rotation that they're referring to. Let's look at storm relative velocity. So right over Kosciuszko. It's very difficult to pronounce. yeah, I believe that if there is a tornado, it's going to be right in this area here. Um, so if you live in Kosciuszko, you need to be in your shelter. Once again, if you live in Ethel, you need to be in your shelter. And Louisville, you're not in a tornado warning yet, but you if this storm continues, you will be in the path of it. So start getting prepared to get in your shelters once this enters your county. Um, do I like Radar Scope? Yes, I love Radar Scope. I don't use it on the PC. I just upgraded to Windows 10, so I don't. You couldn't get it on Windows 7. You needed to be on 10. So I don't have it yet. I upgraded to Windows 10 earlier today. Not earlier today, sorry, earlier this week. It was this past weekend. But for on the go, Radar Scope is incredible. Um, I may end up getting it on the PC just so I have multiple data sources in case WSV3 goes down. Yeah, and it's also, like Jacob's Weather said, that one of the cheapest things that you can get. So let's take a look at what's going on elsewhere. We'll switch off of data here and we'll go to national radar. You see the resolution's pretty low, but we do have a severe thunderstorm warning down here for what counties are these? Marion County, Forest County, Covington County, Lamar County, Jones County, and Jefferson County. And this is for 1-inch hail and 70-mile-per-hour wind. We have a severe thunderstorm warning for which counties are these? Oh, this severe thunderstorm warning has been canceled. We're just waiting for the polygon to go away. We have another severe thunderstorm warning up here for Chickasaw, Calhoun, Pontotoc, Itawamba, and Lee and Monroe counties, and this is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. The hail doesn't begin to factor into severe thunderstorm warning until it gets to 1 inch. So once it's 1 inch, that's what's triggered the severe thunderstorm warning. However, for this one, it's that 60-mile-per-hour wind. Then we have this severe thunderstorm warning was canceled as well. Weather phenomenon. Yeah, I remember you. There are a lot of names that pop up that I don't recognize right off the bat, but your name is one of those. It's just been a while since I've streamed. I think that you were back from when David and I streamed together, but I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that's correct, though. All right, we're going to switch back over to the Nextrad Pro Radar so that we can take a better look at this tornado-warned storm down here. We're going to head back into base velocity. And we haven't gotten a whole lot in the way of updates on this. I'm wondering if this is still up to date. I think it should be. It's coming back over to 0.5 degree tilt. I don't use the 0.3 degree tilt. The 0.3 degree tilt for this Jackson radar is really buggy. So that's not really my thing. I know some people that do use it, but that's besides the point. We will look at correlation coefficient here. I'm going to see if it's scanning on... No, it's on the 10 degree tilt right now. All right, we'll look at correlation coefficient. We're still doing well with the correlation coefficient, so we're fortunately not dealing with a tornado on the ground at this point. It's unlikely for that to be the case. But once again, this tornado warning here is for Leake County, Holmes County, Attala County, and Madison County in Mississippi. And this is until 5 p.m. This did produce a tornado. The tornado icon went away. There it is. This did produce a tornado. Train Spotter reported it back here. JCN... Oh, JCN, you're adding the wrong person. I'm not Jacob's Weather. I'm Weather Now. I've been scanning through, and usually if you at me in the chat, I'm more likely to see your chat. Okay, so what is the cutoff for... conversion. I don't understand what your question is, JCN. What is the cutoff for conversion to be tornadic or mesocyclonic? Okay, so if you have, I'm assuming what you're asking is the cutoff for velocity to tell whether or not it's mesocyclonic or tornadic. You will start to get some very quick wind speeds if it becomes tornadic. Oh, okay, here we go. We're finally getting an update. Or maybe not. Here's the update. Okay. Okay, so when we get very tight rotation, which is you'll see areas we don't have very tight rotation in here. Right now this is broad rotation, but when these areas start to converge at a single point, like this area right here could be something, but really you're looking for a few pixels in width of very intense wind, and when that happens you start to assume that there may be a tornado there. That's when you start seeing stuff like radar indicated tornado or radar observed tornado, a combination between those couplets and then also those correlation coefficient drop-offs where you start to see the debris ball. But as of right now, I'm not seeing anything in here that shows that there is a tornado on the ground. Everything looks as though there's just a mesocyclone here. There may even be a wall cloud in this. This is actually likely a wall cloud for convergence. That tornado report states that trees snapped. Okay, so it sounds like it's... Is that the only damage indicator that they gave? Yeah, KDGX is not doing a very good job. I'm gonna probably move over to the Amory radar here, the KGWX, because this one down here is just not cutting it. Convergence. So when I talk about convergence, what I'm referring to is the fact that you have air masses colliding and then lifting. So that's another way of, I guess, saying convection. But there aren't real values that I can measure here when talking about convergence. I can only talk about how the wind is moving. And if you have wind that's converging, that means that it is lifting up. And so then you can start assuming stuff like you have a mesocyclone or you have a wall cloud or you have a tornado. But we're going to quickly take a look at correlation coefficient from here. The reason why I wasn't using this earlier, is because I'm seeing much further up into the cloud than I was from the Jackson radar. And so we're not getting a picture of what's happening on the ground. Yeah, JC, and I know who you are. You and I have talked about tornado genesis before in Discord. Weather phenomenon, I go to Purdue. We have a fairly small meteorology program, but because it's fairly small, we have great relationships with our professors. So I enjoy it. I think that it's good, but I considered going to the University of Oklahoma, but I ended up getting a full tuition scholarship to Purdue, and I could not pass that up just because I couldn't afford college. So that was definitely helpful. This is storm relative velocity here, and so we do see this broader rotation once again. This is fairly high up. I actually can probably determine how high up this is. We are at an elevation of 8,000 feet or 2,000, about 2 kilometers off the ground. So this is oh, okay, you're J.R. Suttles. Right on, that's good to know. But this is about 2.5 kilometers off the ground, which is about as high up as mesocyclones tend to go. How's it going, Joe? I really hate that we have a crappy radar and then a radar that's too far away. So we'll head back to the crappy radar and see what we can see. Because if we compare this, this is only, this is just over a kilometer off the ground. So and if we take a look at this, this is definitely moving. They're definitely updating it. Louisville, this will impact you in about 40 minutes. So if you're on the road, I hope that you're not watching me right now. That would be very, very bad. But if you live in Louisville and you're maybe outside watching this or something like that, if you know anybody who's in Louisville, Mississippi, not Louisville, Kentucky, but Louisville, Mississippi, you need to be thinking about what you're gonna do as this system passes into your county. I want to go to Oklahoma. Oh yeah, Oklahoma has to be great. I mean, they have the National Severe Storms Laboratory there, the NSSL. They also have the SPC right nearby, and so from what it sounds like, they funnel people from the University of Oklahoma into the National Weather Service and some of the government-run meteorology programs. We're gonna okay, so they now have officially switched this to radar indicated. Yeah, we are. Dixie Alley's gonna start getting active now. Well, even if you're a trained storm chaser, I still wouldn't feel great about you watching my stream while on the road, because you really need to be paying attention if you're a chaser. So yes, this is now changed to radar indicated. There is some hail associated with it. It's smaller than 3/4 of an inch, so we're not talking about severe hail at all. It's likely not going to cause very many, if any, dents on cars. So we just got our new scans in. We will flip over here to base velocity. It's playing the same old tune here. If you live in Ethel, you're under a tornado warning. The circulation is to the south, but I would still suggest that you take shelter now. Actually, this is now past Ethel, so Kosciuszko, something like that. Can you put a cork in Reed Timmer if you're there? Yeah, Reed Timmer can be pretty intense. Yeah, no, that would not be definitely not a good thing. So really quickly now, yeah, we still have the circulation here. The really the good thing is that we're not getting that correlation coefficient drop off that you would be looking for in case of a tornado. This is kind of bugged out. Switch over to base velocity here. So because of that, we can be pretty certain that there's not a tornado in this at the moment. There is still a tornado warning because this does have a history of producing tornadoes, and it could drop a tornado on the ground. Like a science, but not the drama. Yeah, it can be a little much. I know a lot of people that I'm in meteorology with here at Purdue are they love him, and I don't quite get the love. Like, I don't hate him. I think he's a good guy, but he can be pretty intense at times. I'll actually get to meet him next year. He's coming to Indy ChaserCon, which I went to for the first time this year. It was or actually in 2019, that it was in November. And they're doing the 10th anniversary of Indy ChaserCon in November 2020, and he said that he will be there for that. So I'll be able to meet him. Well, once again, I kind of agree with you on the liking the science but not the drama thing. I'm gonna quickly here. I'm gonna switch off of chat really quickly so I can pull up the National Weather Service bot. Yeah, the IEM bot. We're going to take a look at Jackson. Okay, this tornado warning just got extended. Louisville, you are now in a tornado warning. However, it looks as though they're thinking that it'll pass to the north of you. We're going to select Jackson. Do you guys know if it's JAN or JKL? I'll look at JAN. Yes, okay. This is, did a new tornado warning get issued? No, it just appears as though it's that extension there to the tornado warning. So the tornado warning now, I will, this is for southern Choctaw County, Atla County, and Winston County. This was issued at, when was this issued? 5:42 p.m. and this is until 5:45 p.m. So this is a fairly slow-moving storm. It's moving at 38 miles per hour, and it's moving to the northeast. Where's my live stream? Here it is. Yes, we were talking about Reed Timmer, James. The large hail core with strong winds. I sent you a pic of in your DMs. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm not looking at Discord at the moment. They're not reporting hail that big, so I think that that's an anomaly. If there was hail that big, they would definitely have issued a severe thunderstorm warning for it. This is probably, it's possibly a large hail core, but with smaller hailstones. Send a cork from Holland. Sounds good. I'll make sure to give it to him, JCN. Just watch Reed on mute, pretty much. Greatest storm chaser of all time. Oh yeah, Pecos Hank. I love Pecos Hank. Skip Talbot is also a really good one. I would definitely want to go storm chasing with either Pecos Hank or Skip Talbot. But it sounds like, I think Pecos Hank kind of does his own thing. I think that he likes to run solo. So there's that as well. We're going to... Just got added a bunch of times. Oh, that was you, JR. Okay. JR, those images that you're sending from... those images that you notified me in my server, my Discord server, those are old. Those are from like 12 minutes ago. I thought as much because yes, I tend to notice that he's a little over dramatic. I thought it was just me that noticed. Oh no, I'm not sure how more people don't notice that. Yeah, and I also like how he moves critters out of the road, but he doesn't move them out of the road before he gets a good video of them. Or no, he moves them out of the road and then gets good video of them. But, so yes, this is still radar indicated. This has a history of dropping a tornado over here near Durant, just south of it, actually near Goodman. And this is continuing to move to the northeast. We'll look once again at base velocity here. So we are starting to see this kind of wrap up in here. And this is potentially the beginning of another tornado. So we'll keep an eye. Correlation coefficient still nothing. I'm really looking for this tornado to be right here to the south of McCool. It looks as though that is where it would be. right in here, probably, what is that, 5-10 miles to the south of McCool. The other thing I'm going to do really quickly, actually, is I'm going to turn on roads. That way I can give better directions. Manage roads. Here we go. Do we get? Yeah, we got those in. We're also going to look at state secondary roads, and this is from Mississippi. Mississippi. Download real quick. You're going to have to give it just a second, guys. It is currently trying to pull in. Oop, that was too far. Where are we here? Oh, I don't like that. We're going to change that style real quick. What is this? U.S. highways. All right, I'll work on that. Were there any violent tornadoes yet? No, we did have. Actually, let me take a look here. I'm not doing these anymore. This is just bad. Okay. I will take a look at the Storm Prediction Center really quickly. SPC. And I will look at the storm reports for right now. I'm not going to show them on stream. I'll just tell you what we're seeing at the moment. There have been 4 reports of tornadoes, trees down in the Martinville area. All of these have come from Mississippi. 3 of them were in southern Mississippi, while 1 of them was in northern Mississippi. And we'll pull up current watches and warnings right now. So this is what we're seeing in the way of current watches and warnings. Got 1, 2, 3. We've got 4 severe thunderstorm warnings. We've got this tornado watch, and we also have a tornado warning here. This tornado warning once again is for Choctaw County. There we go. Attala County and Winston County in Mississippi. And this is this storm has a history of producing tornadoes. And everything is currently radar indicated. It is able to produce a tornado. Conditions are favorable for it to be producing a tornado, basically. But then we also have this tornado watch around here. Tornado watch up here for the north in Alabama. This will push into Alabama at some point, by the way, as well as southern Tennessee. And this tornado watch expires at 11 p.m., while this one in Mississippi and Louisiana expires at 6 p.m. And it's currently 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Everything's in Central Standard Time right now. I made sure that wasn't going to be an issue. An imping flooding report was filed 8 minutes ago, right outside of Corinth. Seems bad. Corinth. I'm not sure where Corinth is. But yeah, these are going to drop a lot of rain. Yazoo County was where it touched down. Okay, I appreciate that knowledge. I'm not sure where Yazoo County... Oh, I'm assuming it's over here, where Yazoo City is. Watching Brett's view of the storm kind of looks like there's a possible funnel, but you can't tell if there's rotation or not. James, can you send that link in the chat? I'm not entirely worried about getting copyright striked since I'm not making money off of this at all. So I'll have a screen where I just show the where I just show the live stream. If you bear with me for a second, I will just very quickly create something for that. Um, but yeah, James Foster, if you can send me that link, I'll pop it up on stream. No, yeah, this doesn't. I don't think it'll be nearly as bad as the one from last month. The last month got upgraded to a moderate risk, and I think that it deserved that. Um, should I be worried about a tornado if I live in Clinton by the visitor center? What county is Clinton in? I'm assuming Clinton, Alabama. Um, do I think they're gonna make it a moderate risk? I don't know. I haven't kept up with the. I've kept up with today. Today, I highly doubt they'll upgrade to a moderate risk. Tomorrow, I'm not sure on though. When I was forecasting and when I was looking at the system, I was focusing on today because until yesterday, it didn't look like tomorrow was going to be quite that bad. But it does appear as though tomorrow will be nastier than today. Tomorrow could be nasty. Yeah, yeah, that's what I was just thinking too. Wow, another severe storm in winter. So this is actually normal for this area, in this time of year. This they call it Dixie Alley, and it's a tornado alley where they have. It's a tornado alley essentially where they've got their tornadoes mostly in the late winter, and early spring, whereas Tornado Alley gets most of theirs during the early or during the late spring. So Arden, the problem with tomorrow is that it'll be a lot windier, and then also there is the potential for embedded supercells within the squall line, especially if the hodograph looks favorable for it. What are your expectations for 2020 tornado potential? I'm not sure yet. It's still a little too early to tell. I'm a little worried because the winter didn't get that cold. Um, it's above the cell, Clinton. So it's to the north. Here, let me just look it up really quickly. Clinton, Mississippi. Is Clinton the county that's to the, or sorry, is Clinton the town that is just to the west of Jackson? Because if that's the one, you're not in a tornado warning at all. What you've got going on right now is probably a lot of wind, and maybe some hail even. What is that doing though? Because it looks like there could be a hook there. No, there's not a hook there. Like I said though, I haven't looked at tomorrow, so I would need to take a look at it before making a prediction. But as for what I think 2020 will be in terms of tornadoes, I don't think it'll be anything like last year. Last year was exceptional. Um, we had an insane amount of tornadoes in a very short time period. I think that I don't know if it'll be even as intense as more recent previous years have been, just due to the fact that it didn't get that cold this winter, and so we're not going to have as much of the instability with the jet stream and the instability with the 500 millibar maps due to the fact that the south isn't going to be a lot warmer than the north, as is usually the case during most winters and during most springs, I guess. But also, yeah, doing predicting outbreaks very far out, predicting tornadoes very far out is very inaccurate. So if you give me just a moment here, I am going to actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut myself off of voice really quickly, and I will be back in probably 5 minutes. So I'm just going to switch this screen for now. So to here. All right, so we are back. Let me throw on headphones real quick because you guys are probably hearing this through that. Currently, we're taking a look at Brett Eider's ID, Eider, I guess. Brett Eider's stream, and he is currently in. Take a look at this now. He's currently in. He's currently just to the north of the tornado warning. Actually, no, he's right within the tornado warning. He is up right here, right now. So we'll look at storm relative velocity here. Man, this radar, once again, is just having nothing but problems. All right, we'll look at base velocity then. So he's right where that circulation is. This is not on the ground right now. This is radar indicated. You think it's picking up things? We will look at correlation coefficient then. Here's correlation coefficient. I'm not seeing any debris on this right now. There is a new severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued to the north of this. Can you guys hear me, by the way? It was PDS. I'm not sure if it was PDS or not, but this storm that's currently right here has a history of producing tornadoes. Oh no, James, I saw it. I was on the stream. I was making the background for this. But this dropped a tornado over here in Yazoo County. Just currently trying to see that this is a storm chaser's worst nightmare, is driving through an area with trees on either side because you can't see what's going on. It looks like though that there are very fast moving clouds, which means that aloft the wind speeds are pretty high. We're getting a new update right now. I'm assuming. So they need to update this because this the area, either they need to update it or they're going to let it run out, because this is supposed to run out at 5:45, and it seems as though this storm has picked up speed. Earlier it was going at around it was about 35 miles per hour. Right now it's moving at 55 miles per hour to the northeast. And it's pushed out mostly the area we're watching for a potential tornado has moved out of the warned area. So I'm assuming they're going to let this run out, this tornado warning down here. But yes, it appears that there's a lack of rotation, which is a good thing. It means that the storm is weakening, hopefully. And if this is one of the only tornado warnings we get tonight, that'll definitely be a good thing. The storm threat tomorrow here, let me blank this out real quick, and we'll also... Where is it? Here it is. We'll also go ahead and turn off NextRad really quickly. We'll go to day 2. This is the convective outlook for tomorrow. For whatever reason, my marginal risk fill isn't showing up. I don't know why that would be. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why that's not showing up. But we have a marginal risk up here stretching up to Richmond and then all the way down into Mobile. We also have a slight risk here for Montgomery, Atlanta, Raleigh, Virginia Beach, Jacksonville, Tampa. And then we have a marginal, an enhanced risk here for Tallahassee, Albany, Columbia, and Charlotte. So this is the threat tomorrow. Okay, we have a new tornado warning, it appears, up here in pushing into Alabama now. So we will go back to reflectivity here. And we're going to switch to KGWX. Here we are. So this is the new tornado warning. Oh wow, they're having some streaming issues. It looks like we're gonna switch off of the stream for the storm chasing stream for now. We're gonna go just over back to the radar. So it looks like we will take a real quick look at base velocity here. Look at storm relative velocity. Okay, so it's definitely this area in here that they're worried about. We'll look at correlation coefficient. We don't see a CC drop-off, which is a good thing. This is a radar indicated, and this is for Western Lauderdale and Western Colbert counties. Give me a second, I have to turn off my AC. Yeah. So, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Cherokee or 10 miles east of Iuka, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. And this has radar indicated rotation, and the locations impacted are Sheffield. Oh man, these names are gonna kill me. Sheffield, Tuscumbia, Cherokee, Malone, Posey Loop, Mount Hester, New Bethel, Maud, Allsboro, and Wright. So if you live in those areas, you need to take shelter now. If you live in Cherokee, you need to be in your tornado shelter as we speak, because this is currently moving. Storm relative. Here we go. This is currently moving just to the south of Cherokee, the area that we're worried about. This area right here where we see the enhancement of this this toward the radar velocity, and then this where it's beating the away from the radar, this is where we have the circulation. So if you live in Cherokee, this is to the south of you, but if you live to the south and to the west, or I mean even southeast of Cherokee, you need to be in your tornado shelters immediately, because there could be a tornado within this. How's it going? How's it going, Bill? The northern storm is tightening again. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at the moment. Is the stream allowed? So I'm not making any money off of doing the stream. I make no money off of YouTube at all. So I'm assuming that I'm not taking anybody's money per se. I don't know if it's allowed or not. It says that it's not for broadcast. I'm not broadcasting. I'm simply streaming, and I haven't found like a use thing about it, so I'm not entirely sure. I'm just doing it anyway. If I get copyright striked, I get copyright striked. But we do have, once again here, a tornado warning for Lauderdale and Colbert counties. It appears as though... Okay, so they did cancel the tornado warning for the area where the stream is. I will take a look at this northern storm and see if I can find anybody streaming on that at the moment. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not seeing anybody that's streaming on that right now. So we'll just continue watching Brett Eider. I'm wondering if he's going to move to the north and start trying to chase these storms that are beginning to fire up here in northern Alabama. But we'll keep watching him in case anything happens. What's the outlook for tomorrow for upstate of South Carolina? For tomorrow, South Carolina, Columbia is under this enhanced risk. So is most of the state is under an enhanced risk. It's only the far western and the far eastern portions of the state that aren't under an enhanced risk. That's my assumption too. I've seen other YouTubers do it. I have the live storm chasing logo is up in the top right. I mean, I can, and I think that I've also put a. Yeah, I also said livestormchasing.com in the bottom. So we're going to move back over here and take a look at reflectivity. This little notch right here that's starting to form, we see the intense rain. We've got intense rain to the north and to the south. And then the rain detensifies down here. I don't know if detensifying isn't a word, but the rain becomes less intense down here in this little notch. And this is where the incoming winds are pushing the, essentially pushing the rain out of the way. Bill, be careful using stuff without permission because they may copyright you. Yeah, so Bill, I said earlier that I'm not making any money off of it. If I get copyright striked, you get copyright striked. So I will. If I do this time, I won't do it again. So that's more or less how I feel about it. So. Got to bring the radar back up. Here we go. We will quickly switch over to correlation coefficient and see if we can see anything. This area of rotation is right over here, so we're not seeing a CC dropout. And we'll take a look at base velocity again. No, we'll take a look at storm relative velocity. So this is fairly broad rotation right now. This we saw some tightening of the rotation here. It was to the south of Cherokee, but this storm is moving fairly quickly. It's moving at about 47 miles per hour. Once again, this is still radar indicated, but if you live in the path of this storm, you need to take shelter immediately. The areas that will be affected are Cherokee, Florence, St. Florin, Killen, Lexington, and Anderson. So if you live in any of those towns, you need to take shelter immediately, as you are in the path of this storm. Some of those areas that I named aren't currently under the warning, but this will be moving toward you. So if you live in those areas, you need to be thinking about taking precautions soon. We'll move back over to reflectivity here. All right, so we do see this area starting to spread out down here. We will animate this really quickly. So you can see this starting to wrap up here, and that's what we're really looking at, is that little wrapping motion. If I had... Here we go. If I had a pen tool handy right now, I'd draw it on here, but I don't quite have that at the moment. Trying to find more information about what's going on right now. Who put out this tornado warning? That was Huntsville, Alabama. Okay, so we will take a look at the Huntsville, Alabama bot. There we go, Huntsville, Alabama. And I have audio alerts playing, so whenever there's something notable happening, it'll tell me. Also going to put up chat over here. So the moment that I see something being confirmed, I'll let you guys know. It's confirmed? Near Tuscaloosa? Wait, which one? Oh, it's this one down here to the south. Okay, so this one just got confirmed. It's an observed tornado. Thanks for letting me know, guys. Is this the one? Is it this one down here? I'm assuming it is. Confirmed tornado. Okay, yes, it is this one. So we will switch it back to the view with the stream. Oh, it's always... Oh. Okay, we've had that on the whole time. Oops. I thought I switched it back over to the radar view, but apparently I didn't. So they are... Let me see where they are at. They're just to the south of this thing, it looks like. Where's Carthage at? Yeah, they appear to be just to the south of it. Okay, so if you live in Carthage, Pearl River, or Philadelphia, you need to take shelter now. There is a tornado in this. Um, Louisville, Mississippi. Okay, so he's just to the north of it. It looks like he's coming to the south to try to intercept this. Um, this tornado would be right about base velocity. This tornado is going to be right inside here, I believe. We'll look at correlation coefficient. Okay, yeah, so we do have a debris ball here. Just in this area right up here. So look at storm relative velocity. This is where the tornado is. It's on the ground. If you live in Carthage, Pearl River, or Philadelphia, you need to be in your shelter right now. This will be at Carthage at 5:49. This will be at Pearl River at 6:13, and Philadelphia at 6:21. Currently, all those areas I just read are in the tornado warning. This is a fast-moving storm. This is moving at 45 miles per hour due east. There are also likely very strong winds along with this along the front end. 60-mile-per-hour winds, an inch-sized hail, as well as this tornado here that it says radar indicated, but it's actually confirmed. So the tornado warning is for Leake County and Neshoba County. The confirmed tornado was near Tuscola, and it was also near Carthage. Okay, this is radar confirmed. We have the debris ball. I see what's going on. I think that it's not a PDS because it's not. Nobody has sight on it yet. Katla, if you're worried about it, get into your shelter. If you're not in your shelter right now, you need to be in your shelter. Let's see what they're looking at. Oh, yeah, it's getting dark. It's also getting dark here, so it's going to be very difficult for them to see anything to begin with. We are going to. I'm going to switch it to just radar image for now, just because they're. It's getting dark and they're not in the area at the moment. Katla, where are you? What area of Mississippi are you in? Do you live in like I don't want you to give out personal information. Um this do you know the county you live in? Yeah, I also see the debris ball. That's why it's radar confirmed. And for those of you who are wondering, the debris ball is right here. It has actually decreased in size. Um, Katla. Are you in your are you in a shelter of some sort? Katla. We have another tornado up here to the north for Starkville. The tornado warning in Alabama expired, but we do have a new tornado warning up here for what counties are these? oh, I can't pronounce that. Okatiba County, Clay County, and Lowndes County. So if you live in those counties, you need to take shelter immediately. This is a radar indicated tornado, which means there's rotation on radar. There's likely a mesocyclone up there. This one down here is radar confirmed. It's a radar confirmed tornado. That means we have a debris ball, which means it has been picking up debris. It has been causing damage. So if you live in, I believe it's past Carthage by now. It's just to the south of Carthage as we speak. If you live in Pearl River or Philadelphia, you need to take shelter immediately. If you live in Standing Pine, you're on the edge of this tornado warning, but you should take shelter immediately. Katla, okay, so you're in Philadelphia. You are under the tornado warning. It appears as though it's weakening. So that's the good thing. And if it is weakening, then you may not have to worry as much. Just make sure you take shelter. But this is weakening, so that is a good sign. But once again, this tornado warning did drop a tornado, and this tornado warning remains until 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time for Leake County and Neshoba County in Mississippi. Yeah, Mary, please don't talk like that. Mary, cut it out, please. I don't want to have to ban you. We've got people in the chat that are freaking out about a potential tornado on the ground, so that kind of commentary is not helpful. A new tornado watch has been issued, and this includes most of north central Alabama, and this expires at 11 p.m. The issuance time is 6 p.m. So we're still watching this tornado warned storm. It does appear to be deteriorating. That debris ball is getting much smaller. We haven't had an update from the radar in a little while, though. You would think they would be focused on the lower tilts and not the higher tilts. But this tornado is going to be located right down here to the south, moving to the southeast of Carthage. And Pearl River and Philadelphia are both in the path of this storm. If you live in Standing... If you live in Standing Pine, you want to take shelter as well. Some of the locations in the path of the storm are Madden. It'll be at Madden at around 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. All times I'm reading are in Central Standard Time. Edinburgh and Dowville at 6:05, and at Philadelphia and Pearl River around 6:15. Yeah, Brett Adder Adder is making his way down to the south to try to intercept this Carthage system. He's almost there, actually. The only problem is it's very dark and I can't see a whole lot. Um, Cancels tornado watch. So it appears that the tornado watch down here has been canceled just a few minutes before it was set to expire. Yeah, if you message us in the chat, a lot of the people in the chat know what they're talking about, so you can ask them. You can also ask me, and I will try to respond. I don't always have the chat pulled up, and so that's why I'm not responding if I end up not responding. Continues tornado warning. Okay, so they just updated the box. Carthage and Standing Pine are now outside of the tornado warning. You're not gonna die, Katla. Yeah, I just saw that Brad was nearby. The storm is weakening as we speak, so that's a good thing. We will quickly switch over to take a look at the stream here. And we'll switch back over to reflectivity here. Adair? Okay. Yeah, my pronunciation, my ability to pronounce words is not very good. What about Augusta for tomorrow? Augusta's in Georgia, isn't it? Augusta, I believe, is going to be under an enhanced risk. We'll take a look at it. Yeah, Augusta is under an enhanced risk. Unfortunately, we don't have... we can look at probabilistic... Oh, no, we still can't because they changed that. We can't look at... On this, we can't look at any of the... Is that a moderate risk? It's not a moderate risk, is it? No, it's not. It's just, it looks weird because of the tornado watch. But I can take a look at tomorrow really quickly. Okay, so you are under a 5% risk of a tornado, having tornadoes, a 30% risk of wind, and less than 5% risk of hail. But currently, we're still watching this tornado warning here. It is just to the east of Carthage. It does have a history of producing tornadoes. Currently, the warning text reads that it is a thunderstorm that's capable of producing a tornado. It's moving to the east at 40 miles per hour. It has a history of dropping tornadoes, but the rotation has weakened significantly. If you live near Pearl River or Philadelphia, you need to be in your shelters immediately. This will be at Pearl River at 6:15 and Philadelphia at around 6:24. So I just got a ping saying that this is observed again. Is this observed? Okay, yes, this is once again observed. It's a radar confirmed. It looks like the debris ball may have come back. I'm not seeing the debris ball yet. The National Weather Service gets their scans very quickly. I'm just waiting for us to get our next scan in. Yeah, all we have in Indiana right now is some snow. The more southern portions of Indiana are going to get some snow and or mainly ice, but um, up to the north, like especially where I am, we're forecasted to get about 4 inches, 4 to 5 inches of snow. Um, about Indianapolis south, you're going to get more ice than you are snow. I would like them to just bring in the new scans. This is once again though a confirmed tornado. It is confirmed. Um, it's radar confirmed, I should say. It looks like this tornado warning up here still radar indicated. And this severe thunderstorm warning here for Madison County was canceled, um, as well as this severe thunderstorm warning for Okatiba counties. So we're getting a new scan in right now. It's taking a second for it to go through. Here it goes. Okay. Let's see. We'll take a look here at correlation coefficient. Okay, so I can't tell if that is a debris ball. I mean, it's in a very weird area for a debris ball to be. They're still saying it's observed though. So I'm just trying to figure out where they're saying it is. I'm assuming they're saying it's observed because of this correlation coefficient dropout over here. We're about to get another scan in though. Oh, it minimized. Oops. Did it already update? Did I just not see it update? So if there is a tornado in this, it's going to be right up here near the front of this. Right in this area here. I'll be right back, guys. I have to go get a drink really quickly. Don't post that in the chat, dude. Katla. Okay, there's no point in having the
Huh?
no, I'm not talking to you. There's no point in having the stream up right now because they just can't you just can't see anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut off the stream, the live storm chasing stream. We'll just go over now to the radar, and I'll go ahead and shut this guy off so that I don't hear him in the background for however long. Also going to cut down on some of the stuff that I've got going on. Here we go. Okay. So, oh, by the way, if you're in the stream and you haven't subscribed, please be sure to do so. It helps out my channel. So, if you're new around here, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. So we still do have this tornado warning. We still have the tornado warning. It's still saying that it's observed. Velocity, it is, the rotation is deteriorating. There's a lot of flooding going on in northern Alabama right now, it looks like. I keep getting pings about that. Jackson hasn't oh, you're planning to chase tomorrow? Are you gonna stream your chase, or are you just gonna chase on your own, Bill? All right, we're getting a new. Thank you so much, Katla. Yeah, he does have a good street. Oh, wait, Brad Arnold. My bad. That was the wrong person. I'll take a look at it really quickly. Oh, he's chasing that northern one. Yeah, there's not really much of a point in watching these at the moment. It's just too dark to see anything. Maybe in the spring months when we're not dealing with so much, darkness so early. But we will look at correlation coefficient for this. We still do have this area of decreased CC, so I'm not sure if that is I'm not sure if that is what's it called? Okay, so they just updated the tornado warning here. It's now radar indicated. And it is, they also canceled it for Leake County, and it continues in Neshoba County. So we're still dealing with this tornado warning here in Neshoba County. It's weakened to the point where it's only radar indicated. We no longer have a debris ball on the correlation coefficient. So now that this is no longer an observed tornado, I feel comfortable going up here to the north where this is still radar indicated, but it is also near a radar site, so we'll be able to see all the features pretty close to the ground. Here we are. Oh wow, this is kind of intense right over here. Oh yeah, if anybody's looking to join Discord, like James Foster said. Wait, James Foster, who are you in my Discord server, by the way? I'm not quite sure who you are, but I can leave an invite link in the. Let's see here. Server settings, invites. Here we go. You can use. I'll just have to create another invite here. Expires never. Maximum use is no limit. Here is the link to my Discord. So if you're interested, be sure to join it. So we have this radar indicated tornado up here. We'll quickly look at CC to see if we can see anything. There is this little blip right up here, but is this correlated with anything? Oh no, that's an area of where there's no precipitation. Look at storm relative velocity here. So the area where this would be is just in here, just to the west of Columbus. Yeah, it appears to be just to the west of Columbus. Got some flash floods in Choctaw County. Should I play music in these streams, by the way, guys? Should I have like music going on in the background? Just let me know if you think I should. Radar indicated again. Radar indicated or radar observed? Because it was always radar indicated. Or it went observed, then it went radar indicated. So is it observed? Because I'm still seeing that it's just radar indicated. And this is for Neshoba County. This tornado warning to the north up here is for... Oh, I think they're canceling that. Did they cancel that? Oh, okay. It's still, this tornado warning is still in effect for Clay and Lowndes counties. You guys want some background music? Okay, I can do that. Okay, so I've got some music going. It's not on the stream yet, though. Let me know if it's too loud or too quiet. I just turned it on. Thunderstorm will affect western Webster County until I still have the National Weather Service chat pulled up. Okay, you guys just joined the server. Welcome to the rest of the server, Tiger Boy. Oh, here come all the... This is, got flash flood watches. Yeah, okay, here are all the flood warnings. So we do have some flood warnings in these areas, flood advisories, as well as flash flood watch for everywhere from the Florida Panhandle all the way up through parts of eastern Tennessee and parts of western, really southwestern North Carolina over here. Oh, is this too loud? I'm so sorry. I can't hear it. Let me see. Oh, is this too loud? I'm so sorry. I can't hear it. Let me see. Oh, is this too loud? Is this any better? I see I can't hear the music at all anymore. So I'm just kill it. Okay. No more background music. Sorry about that. I can't hear it at all. I like it wasn't loud through my headphones. It's turned off, guys. I apologize for that. Yeah, I just turned the music off because it sounds like it was too loud. Um, so I just completely cut it off. DM you in Discord. Um, DM you on Discord, please. You said you were JD Foster Rocks? I think I DM'd you. So, Katla, there's... Yeah, I will. I apologize for that, guys. Katla, you're still under a tornado warning, so you need to be in shelter. Oh no, you're not under a tornado warning anymore. It's moved to the north of you. They updated it. I think tomorrow will be worse for wind, but I think it'll be about the same for tornadoes. They may put out a tornado watch throughout the enhanced risk area, but I would need to look at it. So we're gonna move back over here to Columbus. Yeah, the daytime heating is really going to be the factor to look at. Look at storm relative velocity here. Yeah, Catla, you should be fine. Tornado warnings to the north of you. If you live in Philadelphia, the tornado warning has been canceled for you. So you should be fine. You may hear some thunder, you may get some heavy rain, but you'll all in all be fine. Also, how is the volume for my voice? Is it too loud, too quiet? How is it? It's too loud. Is it okay? I will turn it down a little bit. How is it now? Is it still too loud? Is this good? So we're getting a new scan in right now. Okay, the tornado warning for Neshoba, this one down here, just got canceled. It just expired. So it was set to, well, it was set to expire at 6:30, but they canceled it a little early. Take a look at correlation coefficient over here. Nothing so far. This is still radar indicated. Keep an eye on reflectivity here. Let's see if there are any other severe thunderstorm warning down here in southern Tennessee. This tornado warning was canceled. I may quickly turn off NexRad radar and just move over to MRMS. So this is MRMS radar. This is like a national radar right now. You can see all the snow that we've got up here to the north. Yes, that is IEM bot. I've got it going so that I can be up to date on when tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings and whatnot are issued and expired. And then we also have a lot of rain here for especially central and southern Georgia. Have a good one, Katla. Oh, so it was okay before? Sorry. I will turn that back up. I don't know if there's a delay between when you're... I know that there is one, but I don't know how much of one. Between when you guys hear me and... Can you hear me now? Am I good? I don't know how much of a delay there is, so... Is this audio okay? Somebody tell me in chat whether it's okay or not. If it's okay, type F. That way I know that you're at this point in the video. Because I don't know how much of a delay there is. All right, we're going to switch back from MRMS over to NexRad radar again. So still some very heavy rain in this area. And we still have this tornado warning here that is radar indicated. This one doesn't have a history of producing tornadoes. Okay, so it's good. Carla, no self-promotion. Turn it down more. Okay, Bill, how about you turn my volume down on your end? Because it sounds like everybody else is saying that the voice is good, and then you're saying that it's not. So just turn me down on your end. All right, what do we got now? Another flood in Alabama. So yeah, all this heavy rain that's moving into Alabama is creating some flooding, especially for the more northern areas of the state. It looks like the majority of these storms are moving out of Mississippi and now beginning to push into Alabama and southern Tennessee, where they're going to be causing some more issues throughout the night. They did add on to this tornado watch, and so now we have most of north and western Alabama under a tornado watch until 11 p.m. and then some of southern Tennessee as well under a tornado watch until 11 p.m. I'm wondering if anything over here is going to get... Wondering if that's going to end up turning into anything. We do have, it appears, a little rotation here, so I'm willing to bet that this is the next area that gets tornado warned. Then again, I'm not seeing a whole lot on base velocity, just on SRV. Oh, okay. Oh, no. James, I don't have my Discord sounds going through. The sounds that you're hearing is IEM bot. It's a bot from the National Weather Service that essentially lets me get what's it called? Updates whenever there's like a flood or a tornado or anything like that that's recorded. So that noise wasn't Discord. That's actually something that I'm using right now. So it's this area right in here that I'm really looking at the moment. It looks like most of the rotation on this tornado warned system is gone for the most part. I don't know actually why they haven't had it expire yet. Yeah, no problem. I could mute it, but I don't want it muted just because it then I won't know when something has happened unless I'm actively watching it, which I'm not. I'm actively watching the radar. So nothing. The only severe cell it looks like we have in Mississippi right now is this one here, just to the east of Columbus, that's moving out. Except they just had it expire. So this tornado warning is now canceled. Yeah, they expired that tornado warning, so it's now gone. The tornado warning that was over here in central Mississippi is also gone. We do have a couple. Severe thunderstorm warning has been issued in Alabama. Which portion of Alabama is that? Franklin, Lincoln, and Monroe. Oh, this is Tennessee. Sorry, this is this area right down here. This is just still Alabama's jurisdiction. Forest, Missouri. Yeah, what about Forest, Mississippi? What about it? You guys have some rain moving out of the area right now, it looks like. Although this is kind of a radar kind of far away. Yeah, it looks like you just had a cell move through. And you may get another one here that's currently just past Jackson over Brandon right now where the radar is located. You may get hit with that. It looks like these are moving mostly to the north and to the east, though. Bill, I think that the stream may be a little ways back because I haven't talked about my voice in a while. Since the only 2 severe thunderstorm warnings are up here in southern Tennessee, I will use this Tennessee. Well, actually, I'll use this KHTX radar site. We'll look at storm relative velocity here. Significant weather advisory. So we have these severe thunderstorm warnings here that are for wind. There's a lot of wind in front of these systems. There's also a lot of wind in these systems, just as like downdraft winds, RFDs, stuff like that. Well, not RFDs. This is a squall line, but essentially just downdrafts from within the storm. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts with this severe thunderstorm warning, and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts within this severe thunderstorm warning over here. Yes, all tornado warnings have expired. I will change the name of the stream now since there's no longer anything actually in what's it called, Mississippi. So let me go ahead and change that here. Tracking severe weather in Mississippi, Tennessee, and Alabama. There we go. I have changed the name of the stream now, or at least it should have changed. Yeah, there it goes. It just changed. Don't want to be clickbaity. Have a good one, Tiger. Hopefully I'll be here by the time you get back. I will have to leave very soon, though, to get dinner, but I'm just going out, getting something, and bringing it back so I can eat it and just mute my mic while I'm chewing. Yeah, so not a whole lot to talk about at the moment. We just have these 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. I actually think that I will go ahead and grab some dinner really quickly since we only have these. There's another severe thunderstorm warning down here to the south. Actually, let me pull up Montgomery. Oh, there's not a Montgomery one. Where's the other? Is it Birmingham? It's probably Birmingham. Yeah, it's Birmingham. There's a severe thunderstorm warning down here to the way south in Alabama, near just to the southwest of Montgomery. But since we are in this little lull where... Oh, nope, a tornado warning. Never mind. I spoke too soon. There's currently a tornado warning here in... what counties are these? This is Marshall County and Bedford County in Tennessee. This is radar indicated rotation, and this is moving east at 55 miles per hour. Take a look at storm relative velocity here. Yeah, this area that they're worried about. We'll look at correlation coefficient. That's base velocity. Correlation coefficient, no debris. So that's good. Base velocity. Yeah, there's definitely a couplet going on here. There is some rotation within this. My data keeps getting all messed up like that. Is this National Weather Service in Nashville? Okay, I will also get Nashville's pulled up. So this is the area where they're indicating the tornado would be. This is moving towards Shelbyville. It'll be near Shelbyville at 6:58. Yeah, they don't want you to stop streaming. That's what it is. 6:58 it'll be in Shelbyville. 7:09 it'll be at Normandy. So we are talking a little ways out, but this is a fast-moving system. It's moving, I think it was at 55 miles per hour. Yeah, it's moving east at 55 miles per hour. So if you live within this this tracking area, you need to be in your shelter immediately. Let me update the stream name one more time. Tornado warning in Tennessee. Here we go. It is pitch black though, so there's not there won't be any. I won't be putting up anybody storm chasing. Got some more wind damage in Carthage and Leake County in Mississippi, but currently we are tracking this this cell right here. This is a tornado warned cell for Marshall County and Bedford County. This is radar indicated rotation. If you live within this warning box, if you live in Shelbyville, Normandy, if you live in Shelbyville right now, Normandy's not under the tornado warning. You will be probably fairly soon, but if you live in Shelbyville, you need to take shelter immediately. If you live in Lewisburg, you need to take shelter immediately. This storm includes Connorsville, Belfast, and Rouse. And it includes Interstate 65 near mile marker 31. If you live in Shelbyville, it'll be in your area at around 6:55 Central Standard Time. So if you live in this area, you need to take shelter immediately. If you know anyone who lives there, you should also let them know to take shelter. Let's see, is there anything else going on? Not yet. We'll take a look at what this looks like on radar. That's SRV. We want radar. There we go. So that's this area right in here. This is where that tornado, where that potential tornado would be. Once again, Shelbyville, you need to take shelter immediately. Petersburg, I think that you are technically within this tornado warning polygon, but you are to the south of the issue. We're getting an update right now. Here we go. We'll look at base velocity. Oh, actually, we'll look at correlation coefficient now that we've gotten the update. Nothing on correlation coefficient. Look at SRV. Still the same area that we're looking at. We'll switch over to base velocity. Same picture. Same picture here. We've got this tightening rotation right in here. This maybe some kind of embedded supercell right in this area here. You can see where the inflow is. You can see where the outflow is. A little RFD right here. And this is a nice little squall line that's set up. So, but once again, if you're just now joining us, this is a tornado warned storm for Marshall County and Bedford County. Yeah, and as James Foster said, if yeah, Bill, I'm talking about the tornado warning right now. But yeah, like James said, if you are under a warning, you don't wait for it to become confirmed. There could be a tornado here. It's just that nobody's around to see it, and all we see is the radar rotation. It might also be that when they say that it's observed, that means that they've seen a debris ball actually in the cloud, and so if they see a debris ball, they'll say that it's radar observed. However, if it's moving through a field somewhere where it's not going to pick up any debris, you won't see that debris ball on radar. So whenever you're under a tornado warning, you need to make sure that that you are taking shelter, because there could be a tornado on the ground and you just don't know it. So never take that risk. Always get in shelter when you're under a tornado warning. And that's what we're here for. We're here to track it for you. So we'll look at correlation coefficient. Nothing on correlation coefficient still, which is a good sign. Base velocity and storm relative velocity are still showing this area of intense rotation, and this is moving very quickly towards Shelbyville. So if you live in Shelbyville, you need to be in your shelter immediately because this is coming towards Shelbyville very quickly. I'm not getting any information from the National Weather Service, so I'm just waiting until we hear anything. Predictions for Chattanooga in the near future. Define near future. You have this whole system over here that's coming toward you. It will weaken. Significant weather advisory. Oh. Strong thunderstorm. Okay. This line of storms will impact you at some point tonight. Whether or not it'll weaken is yet to be seen. If you're talking about the tornado warning, this storm is to the north of you and it'll continue pushing generally to the northeast. It's moving more so to the east than it is to the northeast, but it is to the north of you and it'll continue progressing fairly north. This is a squall line, though, and so you will be dealing with some winds. Reports tornado at 3:55 Central Standard Time. That's a long time ago. Apparently, there's a new tornado report from an emergency manager from a lot earlier in the day. Oh, I think they're doing their damage assessments. That's possible. But you will have some heavy rain. I'm expecting that since the sun has gone down in your area, it's likely that you're not going to have as much heat on the ground to generate more convection. So you're really going to be dealing with a front pushing through, destabilizing some air, and I don't think that you'll be dealing with anything too severe tonight. You're outside of this tornado watch, and the tornado watch actually expires. They may include you. Actually, let me take a look at the Storm Prediction Center and see if they've said anything in their mesoscale discussions. Yeah, so you have weak instability in the area, but you do have a squall line moving through a QLCS system, moving through, which will produce it could produce some wind damage. It doesn't look like they're thinking of extending the tornado watch, though. The tornado warning is still radar indicated. If you... Okay, so they... parts of this tornado watch have been canceled. For Lawrence and Wayne counties, the tornado watch has been canceled. For Bedford, Marshall, Coffee, and Giles counties, the tornado watch is still ongoing. We're getting in a new scan here now. Getting in all kinds of flood and wind damage reports now from Huntsville and Jackson, although though storm reports from Jackson are confirmations, it appears. It looks like the National Weather Service and emergency managers in uh, Mississippi are now going around and doing their damage assessments. Still have this tornado warning here. If you live in Shelbyville, you need to get in your shelter immediately. We'll switch over to storm relative velocity here. It looks like the area where we were seeing a couplet has begun to deteriorate, which is a good sign. The tornado warning is still ongoing, though, so if you live in Shelbyville, you need to take shelter now. They haven't updated anything about this yet. They've still said that it's a storm capable of producing a tornado. Also, yeah, James is right. It appears as though you're mainly going to be dealing with some heavy rain. Okay, so this tornado warning was just continued, and it's continued for Rutherford County, Coffee County, and Bedford County in south central Tennessee. We will take a look at, if you live in Belt Buckle, if you live in Belt Buckle, this will be there in 10 minutes at 6:58 p.m. Wartrace, it'll be there at 6:59 p.m. Morrison, it'll be there at 7:23 p.m. If you live in Belt Buckle or Wartrace, you need to be in your shelter immediately. This storm is radar indicated, but you need to an aerial flood advisory for Bedford, Cannon, Coffee, DeKalb, Grundy, Rutherford, Van Buren, Warren, White, and Wilson counties in Tennessee. If you live in any of these counties under a tornado warning currently, it is radar indicated, but you need to take those as if there is a tornado on the ground because they don't have spotters that can see these. It does not mean that they're not on the ground. Especially now that it's nighttime, it's going to be a lot more difficult for storm spotters to see anything. The tornado warning for Marshall and Bedford counties has canceled. However, I believe that Bedford County is still in. Okay, they're just saying that this tornado warning down here to the south and to the west has been canceled. However, for Bedford, Coffee, and Rutherford counties, this tornado warning continues. So it's this little area that they're worried about. If we look at correlation coefficient, we don't see any debris, so that's a good thing. Still, we're monitoring it just in case. And we'll go ahead and animate it here. New day one outlook issued. We'll take a look at it. I think that's very similar to what they posted earlier today as well. I don't think a whole lot has changed. Yeah, the beep is the IEM bot. The National Weather Service sends out basically sends out their text products, and then the IEM bot picks it up and then displays it as soon as they're sent out. And all those beeps just then were that I just explained what the IEM bot is. But yeah, all those beeps that you heard just now were the IEM bot telling me that the day one convective risk was updated. Look at SRV right now. Still have that couplet there. It's headed toward belt buckle. So if you, sorry, bell buckle, my bad. If you live in bell buckle, you need to be in your tornado shelter now. If you live in War Trace, you need to be in your shelter. This is coming ever closer to bell buckle. So hopefully, as it gets closer, either somebody sees it or it's confirmed that there isn't one. People tend to take these things more seriously when they're actually observed, but that's not necessarily a good thing. If there's a tornado warning, you always need to treat it as if a tornado has been observed. Nice, Pyral. We have a new tornado warning here in Tennessee. Currently, all the tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm watches for Mississippi and Alabama have expired. We do have a little line setting up here, though, near Huntsville, which may trigger some severe thunderstorm warnings for wind. Current watches and warnings right now, you can see the 2 tornado warnings. This one down here is expired, but it's still showing. We have the 2 severe thunderstorm warnings and then the tornado watch here for parts of south central Tennessee. Go back to reflectivity now. We will quickly go back to SRV, take a look at what the rotation's doing. And actually, I'm going to go ahead. Bell buckle, if you live in bell buckle, you need to be in your shelter right now because this is coming much closer. So what we're going to do now, though. Yeah, if you live in bell buckle, you need to be in your shelter. What's going on right now is you have a squall line coming toward you. Winds are picking up, and oftentimes ahead of a QLCS, you'll see stronger winds. But currently, there is this section right here that has rotation in it. So if you live in bell buckle, you need to be in your shelter. What was that? From Jackson, flood warning. Okay. Is that getting near Knoxville? I'm not actually entirely sure. Let me take a look at MRMS radar really quickly, because then I can see how close it's getting to Knoxville. No, so right now Knoxville's just dealing with some rain. Knoxville, I believe, is under the enhanced risk for tomorrow. Not a lot of people in Tennessee have tornado shelters. If you don't have a tornado shelter, then you need to get in. If you don't have a tornado shelter, then you need to get into a bathroom in the interior of your house. If you don't have a bathroom, try a closet. Something that is on the interior of your house. But no, it's not headed toward Knoxville right now. It is going in the general direction, but it's not nearby. Spooky Mew, you live in Shelbyville? If you live in Shelbyville, you're on the south end of it. We'll come back over to SRV here. You're on the south end of it. The main circulation is up here to the north, and it's past you. You're just dealing with some heavy rain right now. Oh, is Knoxville only under a general for day 2? I was going to take a look at that, but I kept getting distracted. Okay, yeah, it's under a general. Oh, the enhanced risk is much further to the south and to the east. Here in Nashville, it's raining heavily. Yeah, you guys do have quite a bit of rain going on right now. Need to let my... Does he have an uninterruptible power supply? You need to make sure you get something like that. So if you live in Bell Buckle, this is passing over you as we speak. This has just passed over Bell Buckle. If it looks like there's some hail in this, but I'm not seeing anything that looks like debris. So because it just passed over a Pyro Owl, you can buy these things called uninterruptible power supplies. They have different battery life on them. And you can plug them into the wall. Essentially, they'll charge, and then when you unplug them, or the power goes out or whatever, all of your power runs from the UPS. So you can continue to have power even after your power goes out. So I would suggest you get something like that. We just got a new... Is that for Jackson? It's just some wind damage. Nashville issues a flood advisory. Okay, that's good. Yeah, as long as he has some backup plan in case that happens. He's only in a general thunderstorm risk. He's not in an enhanced risk. So, you shouldn't... There shouldn't be anything too bad, but if there is some wind, it could knock out some power. Hey, Bill, when you plan on chasing, are you going to stream while you chase? Also, stay safe out there tomorrow, Bill. I'm expecting them to update this tornado warning further out. The rotation looks like it is beginning to weaken a little bit. It's not as tight as it once was, but we also have this area that's starting to... Okay, right on. But we do have this area that's starting to swing out. Severe thunderstorm warning for Franklin, Lincoln, and Moore counties in Tennessee. Howdy, Bella. Thanks for joining the stream. Oh yeah, dude, you have to take some photos, some video, and bring somebody with you just in case. So we'll see if they decide to extend this. The rotation has weakened a little bit. It's not as tight together as it was earlier. Significant weather advisory for southeastern Rutherford, Warren, Coffee, in eastern Bedford, western Grundy, southwestern White, and southern Cannon counties. Still nothing about that tornado warning, though. They haven't said that it's canceled, and they also haven't said that it's extended. significant weather advisory for northern Pickens County in Alabama. Shelbyville, Tennessee, ASAW station reports gusts of 50 knots from west southwest. So 50 knots is about 57 miles per hour. So there were 57-mile-per-hour gusts reported in Shelbyville just a moment ago. So whoever said that they lived near Bell Buckle, my bad. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that you were getting some significant wind with this. Not to mention it's a QLCS. Usually there is some pretty powerful wind associated with it, but it appears as though either this is attempting to bow out or this is an embedded supercell with an RFD out here near the front. And if that's the case, then we do have this inflow notch right here, and this could be an area of enhanced rotation. That's sort of what looks like is going on at the moment. We have that RFD coming out here, and then a little inflow coming in here. The only thing that I'm being reserved about right now is that we don't see the tightening rotation that we would expect, except for maybe right here. But even still, the wind speeds that we're dealing with right here aren't that great. Okay. The tornado warning here has been canceled for Bedford, Coffee, and Rutherford, Tennessee. So this tornado warning has canceled. It doesn't look like they're going to extend it, and this may be my chance to go run and get some food, which I might just do because I am very hungry. I've been streaming for 2.5 hours now, and I haven't had anything to eat today, so... All right, cool. They've taken it off. All right, before they can issue any other tornado warnings or anything like that, I'm going to run. Oh, yeah, sorry. I say words that mean something to me, and I know that it doesn't mean something to a whole lot of people. So RFD, as James said, is rear flank downdraft, which there are two main downdrafts within a supercell. There's the FFD and the RFD. The FFD is the front flank downdraft, and then the RFD is the rear flank downdraft. The front flank downdraft within supercells is what brings the majority of the rain and the hail to the north, while the RFD brings the majority of the rain to the south. Oftentimes when talking about supercells, you hear about the hail swath. The hail swath is within that front downdraft, essentially. Whereas the tornado is located on the north end of the rear flank downdraft. That rear flank downdraft actually helps tornadoes form and spin up if there is rotation, or at least that's the common theory right now. We're still not 100% sure how tornadoes form. Anyway, I'm gonna switch this over to the MRMS radar, and I'll just do a general regional view and have it play out. I am gonna run and get dinner really quickly. I'll be back shortly. So thank you guys for watching. Please stick with me till I get back, and I'll see you all soon. All right, guys, I am back. Excuse me. I'm in the middle of scarfing down my food, though. So it does look like the severe weather, for the most part, has begun to deteriorate. Oh yeah, we've got probably about an inch of snow on the ground right now, and I know that it shows snow for me right now, but it's actually ice. So we've got a layer of snow with a layer of ice on top of it, and yeah, no bueno. And then we got all this snow starting to build up back here in Illinois that'll push through my area as well. But it looks like everything's beginning to wind down a little bit. Everything's moving into much more stable air. Um, so we will see. We will see what happens. But I'm in the middle of scarfing down some food, so I'll put it back to my intermission screen for right now, and yeah. All right, everybody, I'm back. There is currently a severe thunderstorm warning here in Tennessee. It is for Cumberland County, DeKalb County, Van Buren County, Warren County, White County, and Putnam counties. And central, what is this, probably east central Tennessee. This is for 60 mile per hour gusts. Severe thunderstorm located 7 miles south of Smithville, moving east at 50 miles per hour. I will keep an eye on this. There is a Tor possible tag, as Jacob's Weather pointed out. We'll look at SRV really quickly. This is the reason why. Likely nothing on correlation coefficient, although there is a spike there, which means that there could be some hail. Excuse me. We'll go to base velocity. Yeah, SRV is going to be what I need in order to see any rotation in this. I will keep an eye on this. I'm still eating, though, so I will switch it back over to intermission. But if anything comes out of this, I will drop everything, and if like a tornado warning gets issued, I will focus on that. So for now, I will keep zoomed in on this, though, and I will be monitoring radar scope to see if anything happens. All right, I am done eating for now. Um, so that being said, I am back. I'll take a look around the area. We still have this severe thunderstorm warning here. It's set to expire at 8:15. The whole storm is moving at about 53 miles per hour. Currently, no other watches no other warnings. We still have the tornado watches that expire now, set to expire at 12 a.m. Here in Mississippi, but throughout parts of. Are these all in Central Standard Time still? Wow, really? Indiana's in Eastern, at least most of it. Gary, Indiana's not. Evansville, I don't believe is, but the rest of Indiana is. But the stuff down here appears to still be in Central Standard Time. Regardless, we still have these tornado watches down here. This one got extended until midnight, whereas the rest of these are until 11 p.m. I do want to see if there's a mezzo discussion about that, because that's kind of odd. No mezzo discussion about it. See what they say in the watches. They don't say much in the watches. Who knows? But as of right now, only this severe thunderstorm warning here, and that is for less than 3/4 inch size hail, which that's not severe hail. That's it's just hail, I guess. And then 60 mile per hour wind gusts, which is severe wind. So there is that. I may go off air now because there's not a whole lot going on. I don't know if anybody has any thoughts on that, but other than some strong wind coming from this squall line, this QLCS it's kind of setting up, well, it's kind of deteriorating at the same time, too. Other than that QLCS, I don't really see a whole lot else happening tonight. I can go back over here to Mississippi and see if anything's going on in this area. Not a whole lot going on, but we can look at SRV, see if there's any rotation in anything. Not CC. We'll look at base velocity as well. Yeah, not a whole lot going on. So unless anybody has any, unless anybody else like wants me to stay on. Oh yeah, I can do that. Give me a second. Give me just a second. I'm setting up a new scene for it. We'll add in the image. Add source. New source. And what did that save to? Desktop? Probably. Yeah, there it is. Alright, that's awful. it tried to fill center horizontal. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Fit to screen. There we go. Okay. There we go. If we take a look over at Michigan right now, we do have quite a bit of snow moving through the area. And so for having 3 to 4 inches of snow on the ground, depending on where in Michigan it was, if it's Detroit, you'll be getting some more snow coming in. Grand Rapids, same thing. Really anywhere except for Flint, it looks like there's the bands are separating in such a way that Flint won't get very much snow. But if you live in Illinois, you're going to get quite a bit. And then if you live in northern Indiana as well, you could also get quite a bit. I don't have, I'll switch over to blank. Nope, that's watches and warnings. There's blank. We'll take a look at winter accumulations over the next 24 hours. This is for snow. And so if we look through here, my area is expected to get 1 more inch of snow. The south suburbs of Chicago are expected to get another 3 inches. Detroit is expected to get another 3 inches. Grand Rapids about 1 inch. Then if we take a look at ice accumulations, we got this band down here. I don't think that this would actually be 7 inches of ice. I'm not a fan of the ice accumulation side of things. Oh, you guys couldn't hear me when I was talking about that snow. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry about that. This is why I don't like setting things up on the fly. Give me just a second and I'll show it again and I'll say what I said about it. Add source. Blue Yeti. There we go. Okay, this is a picture that was sent in by James Foster in Michigan. He said that they've picked up about 3 to 4 inches, and it started about 2 hours ago. So that's what I said about it earlier. And flipping back over to radar real quick. Not that, but we'll take off winter accumulations. We'll take off the radar, and we'll flip it to MRMS radar. Please MRMS. Oh, well, we had it for a second. Here we go. So, like I was saying, there are a couple bands of snow that are going to move through lower portions of Michigan. A few more bands of snow that'll move through Peoria and Chicago, as well as in parts of northern Indiana where there is snow. Currently, we're dealing with ice here in northern Indiana. So, with that said, I am going to hop off of here. The weather seems to have calmed down significantly. There's just this one severe thunderstorm warning as this stuff is moving into more stable air. Some of this stuff could spin up down here to the southwest, but with that being said, I am going to hop off of here. So stay safe, everybody. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.